Way back in the day, when I first started working at the water company, I used to work here with a stonemason. We came down here and we did work now and then, and I loved it then. I just noticed it looked sort of run down, so we stopped, and there was a sign on the window or the door saying that it's going up for sheriff's sale soon, so that's when we started inquiring about it.
This was December 2023, and so we went to the auction and we were able to bid on it and get the house. He was the first to walk through the door, and he looked around and he came back out and he said, "This is going to be your homework house." So then when I walked in, I just looked around and crossed myself, amen. This is going to need a lot of work.
So after we were in here, I got a good chance to actually look around pretty hard and got in the basement with a light and saw like all the walls were covered with this white something with little green and black spots all over it. My first thought was mold or asbestos, and like I was freaking out. We're not gonna be able to afford this. So that's when we went home, thought about it all night, woke her up early in the morning, said we gotta get out of this.
That was probably the first time that I've seen him really, really upset. This is our plan. We're going to persevere through all this. We'll get through it. We've done it before. We'll be able to transform it into our homework house.
So the first one was to start making calls to find a contractor to come in and actually remove everything that was in here. That didn't take long. So they came in and they started just demoing everything. The only thing we kept was the furnace, the hot water furnace, and the hot water tank. Everything else went.
Prior to even starting the gut, all of the rooms needed emptied, and it was just trip after trip from upstairs, downstairs, sweeping, a lot of cleaning up, picking up, just, it was relentless in prior to even the rip and tear.
All the nails everywhere, staples for the carpets.
Oh, nails. Chum thinks I'm talking to myself. But I'm not. I'm talking on the video. Pulling nails.
So it's not easy, but it's a lot easier than it was.
It was a lot of hauling, lifting, pulling, pushing, sweeping, but we managed to muster through every single day and do what we could do until we were completely exhausted, and then came back and did it all over again. I think the hardest for me was seeing him have to go in the ditch for the sewage. That was the most scary and the longest day in the history of our marriage. Just mud, it was a big deal, but we were able to work until probably 10 o'clock at night, and we got the sewage taken care of.
There still are a few things up in the back of the property that I haven't uncovered yet just because I haven't taken the time to do it. But one I believe is a well. The other two spots, I believe they bury treasures. So I can't wait to uncover them, but I just haven't had time. Well, when we first came here, we had no running water in the kitchen. We didn't actually have a kitchen yet. We had to go out back to a slop sink to get water for our
anything,
food, coffee, and nothing in the kitchen to use as far as cooking. So once we got that in, and our couches and stuff and TV were in there, you could relax. We wanted to be closer to the kids and grandkids.
We're very close to all three daughters, and actually across the street is a historical covered bridge, the Schaefer Bridge. I think we made a pretty good team. We knew when not to push too hard, and we knew when we could ask each other like, hey, what's next on the agenda? And to help each other as far as whatever project we were in. We were either the manager or the assistant. I think that the previous owner would say, thank you. I truly feel her presence at times, and often there is the same butterfly, which I like to think it's the same butterfly that flies around, and I truly believe that she is just saying, I can't believe how you transformed this house.
And I often say about a block garage that is in somebody's yard and the roof is starting to get bad, and then it caves in, and then the block garage is junk. This house wasn't far from that. So coming in and doing what we did, we saved this house, and I think the house appreciates it. I'd say you better have a half-decent background and know what you're doing, because if you don't, it can spiral really quickly. You got to have the funds, you got to have people in to help you, and you better know at least a little bit of a lot of stuff.
Research was key, and he is notorious for that. And the sun porch was a blessing during the construction because that's where we had to sit to eat, regroup, make plans for the next day. Everything in here was too dirty or too much construction material, so we were grateful for that sun porch. That was a blessing for sure.
Crazy to think back and think how many people have helped and how much they did. As I said before, there's no way we could have got done if they didn't come to help. The people called and said, hey, what are you doing tomorrow or the next day? And they just show up and stay here for 4 hours or 6 hours or all day. And there was one guy who came for 6 months, every day. He even came when I didn't want to come. Got us some work, friends, son-in-laws came and helped.
Every little bit of help, regardless if it was an hour or if it was 6 hours or a whole entire day, meant the world to us because it was a lot. It was really a lot that not only mentally, but physically as well.
Was when I was outside and you stopped what you were doing to go get the mail. And it was the first time I realized that you crossing the street was as dangerous as it is. And you were dodging traffic, so you'd run a little bit, stop, run a little bit, stop, get to the other side, stop, and did that on the way back. And I thought, that's hilarious to me because our mailboxes have always been on our side of the street. I've never seen that before in my life with you. That's mine. I appreciated like all she did, and then, she's still crossing the street and trying not to get run over.
I think mine is whenever I was at my wit's end with hauling rock for the landscaping outside, that you said, let me give you a hand. Just the fact that you were willing to stop what you were doing, which I know was so important at the time, to help me out when you knew I needed an extra hand and I was getting too tuckered, that really meant a lot. Thank you.
Do you think you would ever take on a project like this again?
Never. No, say no.
No, only if there was a way we could subcontract everything else up. Not to do the work, just walk in and look and make suggestions and walk away. But no, not the work.